Ever bought something online, clicked to pay later, and felt like you just found a cheat code to life? No interest, no credit check, no problem, right? Until your paycheck drops and you realize you've got 4 different $29.99 payments coming out this week for stuff you don't even remember buying. If that hit a little too close to home, you're not alone. The truth is, a buy now, pay later has become one of the most seductive traps in modern personal finance. It's marketed as a solution, but for millions, it's quietly becoming a problem, one that doesn't show up until it's already too late. Let's be real for a second. We've all felt it, that split second between wanting something and hesitating at the price. That's when the friendly little button shows up, pay in 4. Just 4 easy payments. Feels light, feels harmless. But what's really happening in that moment? You're not just making a transaction, you're making a decision to delay financial consequences. And every time you click that button, your brain is rewiring itself to separate spending from reality. This is exactly what these companies want. Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, they've figured out how to turn your financial anxiety into their profit engine. They know that when you split payments, you spend more. On average, 20 to 60% more per purchase compared to paying up front. Why? Because it doesn't feel like real money. You see $125, they show you $31.25. Suddenly, you're not buying a $125 hoodie. You're signing up for a weekly reminder that you made an impulse decision you'll have to pay for, over and over. Now let's zoom out. Most people using BNPL aren't rich. They're trying to stretch their money. Groceries, gas, back-to-school clothes, even dental work. BNPL is being used for necessities, not luxury, but survival. The problem is, survival on borrowed time always comes with interest, even when they say there's no interest. Miss one payment? Boom, late fees. In 2025, more BNPL services are starting to report to credit bureaus. That means a single missed payment could drop your credit score by 20, 30, even 40 points. And if your BNPL auto withdraws from your bank and you're short, say hello to overdraft fees, bounced payments, and the beginning of a financial spiral that's hard to crawl out of. But here's the trickiest part. It's invisible debt. It doesn't feel like a loan. It doesn't look like credit card debt. You don't get statements in the mail. It's buried in apps, hidden in emails, spread across multiple platforms. You don't feel how deep you're in until you're underwater. Imagine this. You're scrolling through your bank app on payday. You should feel relief. But then, bam. Klarna takes $23. Affirm takes $57. Afterpay, $46. Suddenly, your balance drops before you've even left the house. And you're wondering, how did I already spend next week's money? This is what happens when systems are designed to keep you disconnected from your own spending, and it's working. Over 60% of young adults say they've used BNPL at least once. Over 40% have missed payments, some are more than $1,000 across multiple services, and they don't even know it until something bounces. Now here's where it gets deeper. These services are also harvesting your data. Every time you click, browse, or buy, they learn your habits. They know what time of day you shop, what categories you overspend in, how often you return items. And that data, it's not just for marketing, it's for risk scoring. In 2025, AI underwriting is being rolled out across major BNPL platforms. Your behavior determines your approval, your terms, and your future access to credit. In short, they're building a financial profile on you while making it feel like they're doing you a favor. And the worst part? This isn't happening to a handful of people. This is becoming the new normal. But there's good news. You're watching this because you want control back. You want to be smarter, not scared. So let's talk about how to actually use BNPL without letting it run your wallet into the ground. Rule number 1, if you wouldn't put it on a credit card, don't BNPL it. That means no impulse clothes, no extra gadgets, no fast food orders that end up costing you interest later. Use it only for pre-planned fixed expenses, like spreading out a laptop purchase for work or a needed appliance. Rule number 2, stop relying on the app to remind you. Set your own calendar reminders for every single payment. Treat it like a recurring bill, not a set it and forget it subscription. Because they're banking on you forgetting. That's how they make their money. Rule number 3, track your BNPL footprint. Create a simple note, spreadsheet, or app category that lists every active a pay later charge. How much is left? When is it due? What's the total you owe across all platforms? Most people don't track this, and that's why they lose control. Rule number 4, always keep a BNPL buffer. Never agree to a payment plan unless you already have the next 2 payments in your bank. If you're using BNPL to make ends meet between paychecks, you're using it wrong. That's not flexibility. That's a ticking clock. And here's a mindset shift. BNPL should never extend your budget. It should break up a cost you already could cover. If you don't have $200 for those shoes today, you don't have $50 for them every week either. You're just borrowing from your future, and your future is already tired. You might be wondering, oh well, isn't it better than a credit card? Maybe. BNPL usually doesn't charge interest unless you miss a payment or use long-term financing plans, which often do. But with credit cards, at least your balances are visible in one place. With BNPL, you're managing multiple debts across apps that don't talk to each other. That makes budgeting harder, not easier. And here's something they don't advertise. Some BNPL providers now offer loans for purchases over a certain amount, some with up to 36-month repayment terms and hidden APRA. That's not a buy now, pay later. That's a full-on loan, with less transparency and more fine print. This is why we need to have this conversation. Not because BNPL is evil, but because you deserve to know what you're walking into. You deserve more than clever marketing and pastel color schemes. You deserve clarity. So let me leave you with this. Convenience is not the same as freedom. Clicking and pay later doesn't make your life easier if it traps you into weeks or months of financial pressure. Every decision you make today with your money is shaping your options tomorrow. And while BNPL can be a tool, it can also become a trap fast. The real flex in 2025 isn't buying more stuff. It's knowing what you've got, what you owe, and how to stay in control. It's resisting the nudge to overextend. It's planning over panic. It's clarity over chaos. If this helped you rethink the way you use pay later apps, hit the like button. It's a small thing that helps this message reach someone else who's drowning in digital debt and needs to hear they're not crazy. They're just caught in a system designed to confuse them. And if you're ready to take more control of your money without shame or jargon, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe button. I've got more videos coming that break down money, credit, and real-life financial decisions without lectures, without fluff, and always with your freedom in mind. Drop a comment and let me know. What's the one BNPL purchase you regret the most? Let's talk. No judgment, just learning and leveling up together. I'll see you in the next one.